What's up, Capricorn? Welcome back to Theresthattarot. Capricorn, the song that was playing while I was shuffling your cards is called Nova. The part that stuck out to me in the lyrics was, you've been out here for a minute, moving in the light, waiting on this night. A way out from that life you're living. I can relate to what that's like. So while we got the time, I don't want to play these games. I just want to be with you right now. If both of us are vibing, then why should we wait? But a way out from the life that you're living. Either this is somebody, it could be you or them. This could be somebody who, either they came from a rough life, you know what I mean? Rags to riches type of story. Or maybe you're seeing them in a situation that you think that they're better than. You know what I mean? It's like, you better than that. Come get with a real one. Type of energy. Or that's how they could be looking at you. You know. But that's what stuck out to me with that song. I feel like there's a very playful energy between the two of you. This person may have a honey complexion, or maybe you do. There's something about honey. Or maybe they could be very sweet. Reminds me of that song, Ooh, Honey by Erykah Badu. She's like, so tell me, Slim, what's it gonna be? I'm in love with a bumblebee. Can you stick your pinky finger in my tea? Cause you so sweet to me. But she said, I'm in love with a bumblebee. What do bumblebees do? They sting. To me, they're very scary. They take flight. You know what I mean? Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. It was one thing that stuck out to me. It's like in the song, it's basically like I'm in love with this person, but they seem unattainable. Not because better than or anything like that, but because it's like I can't. It's like they're slippery. I can't seem to grasp this person. Something like that. What's going on? But also, honey, I stick to them. There's something about it. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. What's going on with Capricorn? 7 of Swords in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. 6 of Wands. Somebody could be a public figure, or like you're well known, or you're very attractive, or something about you that attracts a whole lot of attention, or this could be the person you're connected to. So it's almost like when you do something wrong, it hits the feed. Okay. It could be something that is coming out. Gemini energy is here. You could find out something about someone or someone that you've been connected to, or they could find something out about you. What's this? Or somebody could be returning. Oh. Somebody found out about, or they could. Just saying. Long story short, if somebody found out what somebody was doing after dark, could be a masculine energy. It's like I found out this guy was cheating on me. Somebody could be making a decision. It's like now I see this connection for what it is, and I don't trust it. I see someone turning something down due to too much confusion, or like accusing someone of promiscuity. Somebody's got a lot of things to say because they feel hurt. Somebody's making the decision to move on and drop this burden. I'm just gonna be single. Because I don't trust you anymore. And my heart's telling me to stop. Not look back. Let go of control issues. find happiness in my own life. This is the right thing to do. Something like that. Because deep down I know that the love that I'm looking for is not here. Something like that. Some of you could be dealing with air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The masculine energy knows that he doesn't want to commit. Something like that. Deep down, he knows it's time for him to move on. And the feminine energy seems to be a little resentful, hurt. But she's also making a decision to move on because this ain't right. Something about this relationship ain't right, right? Or he doesn't want to be in a relationship. She may be upset about it. Something like that. Somebody here was unfaithful, though. And it, like, came out. Justice in the reverse. Y'all, it's like a tropical storm in Europe. And so if y'all hear all this wind, that's what's going on. Justice in the reverse. Why I keep myself tied to something I see is just not good for me. It hasn't brought good thoughts. It's brought a lot of disappointment, grudges, and it's hard to manifest what you want when you are holding a grudge against somebody. This person doesn't communicate with me well. It's time for me to resolve these trust issues that I feel about this person. It's time for me to walk away from this. It's a lot going on outside. The other woman. Could be an Aries in this reading. Somebody doesn't want to wait anymore. Somebody here didn't want to miss out on an opportunity with somebody, and so they messed up their relationship over a desire. So we got this Empress energy here who went back to loving themselves is what this looks like. Because either they knew that this was a situation that they couldn't commit to. So let's say this is the side chick, right? And okay, so there's clearly a third party situation that happened, right? So let's say there's a masculine and he's in a relationship, let's say with an air sign, and then there's this fire sign who comes along. The relationship the affair he gets into with the fire sign causes issues with the air sign, breakup, all this kind of stuff, right? He may have fell in love with that fire sign, right? Now, not to say the fire sign wasn't wrong, but maybe the fire sign realized this is wrong, and this isn't really what I want to do. You know what I mean? And so she bails. She's like, I don't want to be no homewrecker. You know, I was the one who came into this thing single anyway, so let me just go, right? So she goes to this, you know, Empress mode where she realizes this man has a weakness. Hell, if I was able to get him, you know, you get him how you lose him is how you get some shit like that. How you get him is how you lose him. That's what it looks like. Somebody had like this realization. That's the only way I could see it. And so she loses hope in this guy too. So this just looked like a third party situation that just like where the masculine may end up losing both over a lack of control over his carnal desires. And he's burdened by the fact that he's the one who caused these feelings within his relationship. He's like, this was my fault. Something like that. I feel like everything changed in a split second in this connection. Bringing me back to this bumblebee. It's like as sweet as it is, it stings. You know what I mean? Six of Wands. Yeah, somebody like that life, you know. I'm getting greed from this masculine. It's like a greedy energy. There could be some kind of lack of control with this person too. Like, they don't like to be alone. They don't take a lot of time to... This could be somebody who ghosted you on and off. They don't take a lot of time for self-reflection. This could be somebody who's always in the limelight, like club action, this, that, you know what I mean? It was somebody's lifestyle that messed this up. And I feel like it took somebody getting to the point where, getting into this Empress energy, like, let me stop. This person, somebody here is used to being chased. There's something very unjust about this person's lifestyle. I don't know, like, their dealings, or this could be the third party, or people they associate with, or how they make money. This person has a hard time making a choice too, so they hold back in certain areas of the relationship. This is a cheater. This is a cheater. There's an Aries here, maybe. It could be an Aries. Or somebody who is starting to recognize the pattern of, this person ain't gonna change. I ain't never gonna get what it is that I need over here. So somebody's deciding to resolve this third-party situation because every time I come back to it is stress, you know. But I don't know which person it is, Capricorn, because it's two feminine energies. It's just one of them, I feel... One of them is like up on game or something, you know what I mean? Or maybe they just have like more life experience or something like that. There's a different energy with one of these feminines. Either way, she's waking up to this masculine energy's ways, you know. It's kind of like I'm not in denial denial about it anymore. I'm gonna follow my feelings on this so I can get myself out of this slump. Because like I said, there's a certain part of him that he holds back because he don't want to choose. He likes this life. You know what I mean? Doesn't make them a bad person. It's just up to the feminine to decide, is this what you want? You know what I mean? Because you're not going to change them. You're not going to change them. You can't motivate a person to change. They can be inspired. 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to come from the person that's closest to them. You know what I mean? When they're on their bullshit. Because a lot of times you're around who you vibrate with. And if you're not vibing with them, why are you around them? You know what I mean? What else? You know what, though? I feel like this masculine is waking up to some things, too. You know what I mean? We all go through that. You know, I don't do the same things in my 30s that I did in my 20s. You know what I mean? I feel like he may be evolving. These things are becoming less and less exciting to him. Could be the consequences that he suffered by way of living a certain lifestyle. It could just be, I don't know, maybe he's just, something has inspired him to want more. Or maybe he's seen a lot of things that have, like I said, come from this lifestyle, and he's wanting to now block those things out and kind of free his space up for something better in his life. Sometimes we're not always a part of a person's change, or we don't always get to witness their glow up. Sometimes we're not a part of their life after their glow up. Sometimes they're not going to be a part of your life after yours. But when you love somebody, don't you just want them to be okay? Even if they hurt you. That's a mature thing to do, right? I had to do that with my ex. It was like, ooh, honey, you gonna make somebody a great man one day, but I can't let you break me in the meantime. I can't be the one that gets you there. No, I don't know that. You know, everybody has their plate. You know what I mean? And as much as can fit on my plate is what can fit on my plate. I think I have, my plate is a different type of plate. You know what I mean? I like small portions. I don't like to eat a whole lot at once. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what this is about. But somebody's learning how. And maybe they got in a relationship before they knew how. And that's how we end up damaging each other. You know what I mean? So maybe we don't need to talk anymore. I just feel, this feels like somebody is evolving. There's certain connections that you're looking at, and you're saying, well, how does this connection, is this connection nurturing a weakness or a strength in me? Is this connection, you know what I mean? How is this serving towards my higher purpose in this life? Not to say you can't have, you know, association, people you just go out and have a drink with and stuff like that. But really, what is it that I need to disconnect from? Because I see someone who may be trying, who may be realizing that they need to change their lifestyle, and I'm seeing another person who let's see, who is realizing it's like, if your lifestyle doesn't work for me and I decide to get away from you before you ruin my life, then and then by way of that inspires you to do something different, maybe that was the point. Maybe I couldn't do it while I was in your life. I couldn't change that man, honey. Child, I had to block him, get away from him, make sure he didn't know my schedule and what I was doing and where I was going. And then like 3 months later, we were able to have a conversation. But I could not be around him while he was going through whatever he was going through. While he, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need to be. Sometimes that's God protecting you. Okay? It's the same way when I lost my mother. There were certain people that God assigned to my life during that time because I was toxic, honey. You ever been around somebody who's grieving? Hey! You got to be a different kind of person. And when there's a death, and I feel like there's a masculine who's going through a death of the way I used to be or something like that. You know what I mean? And death comes with grieving, but death also comes with new beginnings and things like that. And sometimes you don't want to be on a person's darker part of their journey. You don't. What does this person want to say to Capricorn, or what wants to be said between you two? You take these next messages how they resonate. Somebody knows if you knew everything, something's still missing for somebody, and I feel like that's why they out here trying to fill up these voids, right? Which we all do. Ain't no judgment, honey. Somebody had reasonable. If you felt doubt about something, it was reasonable, okay? You weren't crazy. This person knows that they told you everything that you probably wouldn't talk to them anymore. But, like I said, there's certain things that this person holds back. They don't communicate with you well. They don't feel all the way open. There may be a particular day that somebody remembers very well. Okay, I didn't forget nothing about that day. And that was the day you started looking at me different. And I hate myself for that, right? Because I do love you more than just physically. But somebody's a finesse. Somebody just had that, you know what I mean? And when you're dealing with a finesse, I always said, if I end up married, because I grew up, you know, around a whole bunch of old players, okay? Like, all the men in my family are fine. My granddaddy was that guy, okay? And I feel like that's who somebody's dealing with, or that's who one of y'all are, something like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, okay? But at the same time, I said, I want to be with somebody who knows what it's like to be that guy and who knows what it's like to change their life around. Like, I would like to have a man that I know that I'm safe with. Like, ain't nobody gonna mess with me, but I also want to know that my heart and my vagina is safe with you too. My spirit is safe with you. So the only way to really know is to have lived both of them lives. You know what I mean? Not to say I want you to have been a murderer, but I want somebody who, you know, I don't mind a little rough around the edges. You know what I mean? I don't mind somebody who turned their life around, honey, because I know that, because I turned mine around. Yeah, I'm turning. You know what I mean? This healing is continual. But I would rather you have a little bit of experience than not. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you don't want to marry no virgin. Sorry to everybody who is a virgin. I'm sorry. That probably sounded really bad. But you know what I mean? I'll say it like this. If I have an extensive sexual history and I get with a virgin, it's like dating somebody 20 years younger than me. You know what I mean? It could be. It could end up being an experience of a lifetime. Hey, keep your mind open. But at the same time, this is the way a lot of people think. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm 33. I'm not finna go date no 23-year-olds. It's not gonna happen. I've lived a certain lifestyle. So, you know, when I lived back in the States, you know, it was different. So, when I meet some people, you know, I was dating this guy. He was so innocent. He was so innocent. I felt so devilish around him because I knew I was more sexually experienced. I knew there's a lot of things I had more experience in than this guy because I lived, you know, I was single parented. You know, my daddy was in and out of prison my whole life. Drugs, all that shit. You know what I mean? But my mother was an artist. She was the innocent one. She was, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like this was a bad boy, good girls attract bad boys or some shit like that. Well, I forget what the saying is. Good girls like bad boys. But I do feel like this bad boy is trying to be a good boy. And you know what? Those make the best good boys. Bad boys make the best good boys when they are willing to undergo the process of changing those behaviors. But if God protected you from his process of changing that, or her process, or whatever the case is, whatever genders, honey, if God protected you from that process, then you be thankful that he did. Okay. What else I'm going to say to y'all? This is it. We're going to pull from the Crown Royale. What does the Crown Royale have to say to Capricorn? Life is sown with thorns rather than flowers. Sometimes it hurts. That makes a lot of sense, though. It takes the pain to make something beautiful, right? Same way. Bad boys make really good boys. They really do. Bad girls, too. Who are willing to, like I said, when things go wrong, baby, listen. When things go wrong, don't go with them. Capricorn. I love this one. When things go wrong, don't go with them. God was protecting you from this process with this person. That's what I feel like this is. Capricorn, I love you. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.